Hi, this is Lou from Lou's Antique and Collectibles, and we are heading to sunny Florida on a trip to go to Disney World, me and my daughter. So we're going to be arriving in Tampa, and this is part one of 3 parts in this series of our trip in Florida. And we got a car, and we're going to head on over to the Lakeland Antique Mall. And we buy and sell stuff for our 2 antique booths and our 2 antique malls in Maumee, Ohio, and Maumee Antique Mall, and in Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan. So we're going to head on over there, and let me tell you, it's so nice to see green again. It's about February in Michigan, and everything is pretty brown or full of snow. So it was so wonderful to see palm trees and blue skies, and it was a nice break from our Michigan weather. So we're heading on over to that mall right now. And it's about an hour or so from Tampa Airport. And then from there, we're going to go up to Orlando. Here's the mall that we're at. It's Lakeland Antique Mall in Lakeland, Florida. And the main reason we came to this mall is because they have so much Disney props and Disney items and collectible Disney things. It was unbelievable. Here's some of the costumes the people working there were wearing. You see things here that you never see anywhere around our area. So, my daughter found out about it, and we are going to look for Disney collectibles. So I dug through the pins an awful lot because my husband collects Goofy pins, and he has some specific ones that he was looking for. So we did a lot of digging through the pins here to see if we can find anything like that. And let me tell you, you just don't see pins like this in our area. So it was fun to see it all together and dig through them all. And there were so many cool ones, and some of them have gotten a little bit pricey. So definitely something when I garage sale I'm going to keep my eyes out for, because these are the prices are kind of amazing. There was some as low as $2, but a lot of them were probably between the $5 and $10 range. But so many cool things, and I don't know where these dealers get all these pins, but they are really neat. So we spent a lot of time in this video digging through these pins because we're looking for specific ones. And my daughter also collects a range of them too, so she's looking for some to add to her collection too. One thing nice, if you do have some pins that you're not really happy with, when you go to Disney World, you can actually trade pins with some of the workers there. They have areas in stores where you can do some trading. So that's kind of cool. So if you have some that you're not really thrilled about, you can go look and see what they have available and do some trading with those folks. So I found a Goofy Christmas pin, but I don't think he wants a Christmas pin. So we're digging in there. I'm looking for some real specific ones. Like I said, there's a Goofy on a state of Michigan type of map thing, and there's one with a captain's wheel, and there's another one he was looking for. Now these pin sets were really cool. You could buy the whole set at one time, which would be awesome if you're looking for a particular set. So this mall in general was amazing for pins and all kinds of Disney collectibles. A lot of this stuff I have never seen anywhere. So much fun. A good way to start off our trip. So here's some of the props that came from some of the hotels at Disney World. And you could actually decorate your house with some of these props. They had curtains and pictures and shower curtains and everything that was in some of the hotels. Now this was a beautiful figure. It was about $75, but wow, that is really cool. This is another one. The only thing that kind of stopped us from buying a lot of stuff is when we only had our carry-on bags, so either we have to ship it home or we're going to have to figure out a way to shove it into our suitcase. So big items are going to be a little bit off limits to us this time, which is a bit of a bummer. It's nicer when you drive because you can buy as much as you want and not worry about taking it home. But I am again here looking for those pins. There's a hat. I think he's got that one though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. So let's see what else we can find. Not much in there. Now these are the pinback buttons that you get when you stay on their property. I've stayed there several times, and I know they have given us some for whatever we were celebrating. So those are pretty cool collectible things too. And oh, this was beautiful. That pin in the middle was like $75, but it was beautiful. So neat to see these very intricate pins that they have available that I have never seen, obviously, in my travels. So cool, but I will be keeping my eye out. Now, the mall had also some traditional items. They had some jewelry and antiques and smalls. And some of the things that you see often in other malls, some signs. But today we were kind of looking for just the Disney stuff because that was our focus. Of course, when I went by jewelry, I had to peek a little bit because jewelry does not take much room. Look at these beautiful Royal Doulton girls. Very nice. I've actually gotten a couple of these at garage sales, believe it or not. The prices were good. The prices were very similar to mine. I thought they were very reasonable here. And if you wanted something, this would be the place to find it. Look at this showcase. Wow. Very neat. And here's some lounge flies. My daughter collects these. Lots of folks collect these in Florida. I didn't realize they were so popular. And they make these currently, and some have gotten quite valuable. Some of the ones in the past. There was a cute Winnie the Pooh one. I thought that one was so neat. My daughter's going to be decorating a room with Winnie the Pooh theme, so we were looking for that type of thing. Here's a whole bunch of toys. And of course, I'm dabbling in toys these days, so I had to take a look, see if there was anything interesting, and if anything, just to get some information on it and what to buy and what to charge for items. Because like I said, I'm dabbling into it. I'm not that good at determining prices, but I'm getting better. And of course, you want to buy things that people are looking for too. Here's a whole wall of ears. Now these are very popular down here, and they're very collectible. Something I've seen a couple times at a garage sale, but not real often. But they have gotten quite pricey too. But very neat. And here's another booth with more toys. Always got to check those out, see what's going on there. And here's some more collectibles and antique items that you typically find at antique malls. So they had a huge variety. They had something for everybody. But to me, the specialty stuff was the Disney stuff that I just don't see. But they had a lot of other antiques and jewelry. And here's some Hello Kitty items. Very nice collectibles in there. And I did buy a couple of items for my husband there. Of course, we got to look at those pins again. I did find one pin, and I found a t-shirt that I bought him. But here's a whole case of statues, and there's those Winnie the Pooh figures, what she's doing a room in. So cute. And very different than what I typically see. And here's another room that had all the stuff like that was put out in Disney World and in their hotels, and that was so neat to see. You could really do up a room in your house like this. It would be really cool. And of course, I have to stop and look at the rings. Rings don't take much room. I definitely could bring some of those home. The prices were very similar to what I charge. I thought they were very reasonable. I'm always looking for something to make a profit on, so I passed on those. Lots of collectibles here too. And here's a whole shelf of Winnie the Pooh items. Very cool. And I know we're looking for a lot of Disneyland stuff. We're not being sponsored by Disney World or Disneyland, or we're not being paid by any of those folks. We just love the stuff. It's so cool. Here's a Groot Christmas thing. And here's a nice booth with more traditional antiques. Beautiful Tiffany lamp. And jewelry, my favorite. Got to take a look at those. Very similar, like I said, to my pricing, so I thought it was very reasonable. So definitely, if you're in the area, stop by and check out this mall. This was a really cool experience. And here's some more Disney collectibles that are mixed in throughout with more traditional things. Lots of dishes, ceramics, figurines, anything you could possibly want. is at this mall. So I'm trying to give you a little bit of an overlook of all the different booths they have, because they have, it's pretty huge. We were in there a few hours, but we could probably spend most of the day there if we wanted to. Look at that cool Christmas tree, because they had so many neat things to look at. And there's a case full of collectibles on the bottom. Looks like that's Thumper from Bambi. And here's more collectibles that we are looking at. So this is part 1 of a 3-part series, so stay tuned for part 2 and 3. And this is Lou from Lou's Antiques saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye.